All right.
Gary was there, or Larry, the landlord. He talked about it on the Art Bell show as to what damage had been done to his home.
Well, secondly, the results from the blood and those things,
they will all be published.
They'll all be published.
The charts on the letterhead, I encourage that you present those the next time you talk. We are having to take, and not to say I don't believe you guys, because I do, and you're talking from an emotional level and from experience that is my lab experience or I know is real. But to present your case as factual, this community works in such a way, I just want to encourage you guys to have that kind of stuff.
Well,
to have those lab results in form before you speak again so you can show a slide of a picture of them.
Can I say something?
Only because it will be a great support to you guys. And,
Okay.
and
We'll do what we
I
can
do this
to
in your
get this.
behalf. In your support, I encourage you to do this.
I want to say something. Okay? Not everything in life depends on documentation.
And I know that of all people.
You have some huge evidence here. You have Jonathan. We have the video with the alien blinking, I'm alive. How much more do people want? What do we have to scrape the ends of the universe to prove this? He's been through enough. It's over. We have what we have. We'll try to get that other information out.
It'll be published as it comes out.
It will.
Okay.
We can't give
if you're
everything.
publishing, thank you, and therefore you're hearing what I'm saying. I'm just trying to do this in support of you guys. But you persuaded quite a few people here today, and again, you weren't here to do that, but the byproduct of what you shared did persuade a bunch of people. You caused a lot of people to consider your case more seriously than ever before.
Thank you, Melinda.
And I appreciate your encouragement. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
My name is Sean Alente. Some of you might have heard me on the Art Bell show, and I just want to make a couple last statements. I'm going to be the last person. One, I did receive an email from Jonathan Reed on the shooting on Friday, April 2nd, 1999. It's a couple of weeks after it happened, just for some supportive evidence. That's what I'm doing. And I received a couple emails when he was out of the country also, in doing obviously the Link artifact and other things. And I wanted to make one statement on records, which has come up on the internet, which is work records, college records. I've known a couple individuals who've been in either classified situations or work situations where the records couldn't be found. I've talked to some other researchers also who have come across similar things, Wendell Stevens being one. So some of you have seen that on the internet, on the records situation. So if they want to expunge someone's records bad enough, they will do that. So I just want to make that statement because...
Thank you, Sean.
And
Sean, in addition to that, I'd just like to say somebody else tried to verify or substantiate some of my employment information and was told that this information cannot be released. So it's interesting to find out how somebody got it released when it can't be released.
It's actually illegal.
Yeah, that's another thing also, that anybody just can't call up a college and say, I want the students' records that went there.
That's right.
So
That's right.
some of the information, I'm not saying all of it, that was out on the internet, I don't think is correct. And if anybody really, anybody that really truly wants to believe all that should check it out for themselves. Okay, I haven't did that yet, but I just wanted to make that statement that people make a lot of misstatements about other people in this field when it comes to.
We're supposed to be all supporting each other and helping each other get through a traumatic struggle here in the UFO community, and it really shocks me that at times people will try and cut each other up. For what reason? Yeah. When you're supposed to be all believers. I asked a lady today who was asking me questions. I said, do you believe in God? And she said, well, I believe in the source. I said, prove it. Can you prove the source to me? Jonathan doesn't have to prove anymore. We've got pictures, we've got video, we've got DNA. You know, I mean, wake up, folks. You've just seen the proof.
And one final thing, from my conversations with Pam on the phone, and then another lady called Chris, I won't say her last name, who's a friend of Rob and Robert Race, and my personal conversations with Jonathan on the phone, he is going through this process, okay, this stress, this anxiety, this trauma process, virtually most all the time. So this is not like one act up here, in front of everybody, or on the Art Bell Show. That's all I have to say.
I have known for a year, both Robert and Jonathan. I have communicated on a 3 to 4 day basis, either by telephone or by email with Jonathan as he traveled and in person throughout the world for the last year. This man is fragmented. He is shattered. His life is shattered. And it bothers me when people accuse him as well.
Anybody want to give me a job?
He needs some help. Okay. With that, I think Bob Brown's got a few things to say. Thank you very, very much for being here, for supporting us.
Robert, Pam, Jonathan, thank you guys very much. It has been, to say the least, a stimulating presentation. It's going to cause much discussion, much thought, much argument, I'm sure. We thank you guys all for coming. George Knapp is our next presenter, and we're going to ask George to postpone his presentation by to go, because you're not going to get in and out other than to go. Oh, yes. Now, Robert and Jonathan and
focus. Lucy. Where is it? Oh, come on. Come on. Work. Fuck. Come on. Where is it? Come on, work. Come on. I couldn't believe it.